Most of us think compulsively all the time. That is to say, we talk to ourselves. If I talk all the time, I don't hear what anyone else has to say. If I think all the time, that is to say, if I talk to myself all the time, I don't have anything to think about except thoughts. And therefore, I'm living entirely in the world of symbols. Therefore, if you meditate for an ulterior motive, that is to say, to improve your mind, to improve your character, to be more efficient in life, you've got your eye on the future and you are not meditating. Well, meditation, when correctly done, has nothing to do with all that. It's a kind of digging the present. It's a kind of grooving with the eternal now. The place where it's at is simply here and now. If you simply close your eyes and allow yourself to hear all the sounds that are going on around you, just listen to the general hum and buzz of the world as if you were listening to music. Don't try to identify the sounds you're hearing. Don't put names on them. Simply allow them to play with your eardrums. It's all just sound. And if I am talking to you right now and you're doing this, don't try to make any sense out of what I'm saying, because your brain will take care of that automatically. You don't have to try to understand anything. As you hear sounds coming up in your head, thoughts, you simply listen to them as part of the general noise going on, just as you would be listening to the sound of my voice, or just as you would be listening to cars going by or to birds chattering outside the window. So look at your own thoughts as just noises. And soon you will find that the so-called outside world and the so-called inside world come together. They are a happening. Your thoughts are a happening, just like the sounds going on outside. And everything is simply a happening, and all you're doing is watching it. It's all just sound. The place where it's at is simply here and now.
Okay, what is up, guys? Evan Aldo here. Appreciate you guys for showing up. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are having a great, wonderful day. What is up, Plan E? So, yeah, just an overview. I mean, NFTs starting to see a little bit of a correction. Mutant Apes up slightly. It's only one that's up a little bit. Bored Apes are slightly down. 144K for the crypto punks, but you guys probably don't care too much about NFTs. Let's get into what's happening right now in, this market. So S&P 500, another thing some of the crypto bros don't care about, but looking good in the 3-day, looking good for continuation, potentially on the 3-day. And I mean, just to, there's a lot of different ways we could kind of get a technical target. One technical target would be from here to here. This is a conservative technical target. That's your path to 500. And maybe your end of year, like election numbers. I mean, again, I don't know if, oh wait, no, it probably wouldn't be, no, there's no way it would be, 600 by end of year. Oh yeah, right. That would be another 20% year. Oof. Maybe that would probably be the absolute highest I could see, maybe 600 by the end of the year, which would be absolutely crazy. And it would be good for crypto as well. I think Bitcoin would, be probably at or above all-time highs by the end of the year if that does play out. But looking at Bitcoin right now, big jump off of a huge area, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth one right there. And that also, I should probably draw this out as well, that kind of general pocket right there that we bounced off of and then came above this area. That's good for it. And, bull div here on the 2-day, money flow coming up. Things are looking potentially good to come up a little bit more here, at least, a couple $100 more. I'm in a long right now, getting close to first take profit. If you guys are interested in some of the trade setups and some of the trade entries that I do, link in description below. If you guys are interested in trading, check out the link down below for FAIRDESK. It has the lowest market fees right now. MEXC used to. MEXC has now raised their fees, but FAIRDESK has the lowest market fees as of right now, and we do give away a $100 bonus every week if you deposit any amount and trade with my link. It is, we announce winners in Discord every week. You're only supposed to use it once per person. So yeah. And what is in Bird and Stone? Oh man, month-long vacation. Wow, that is cool. Yeah, Arizona is nice. I've heard really good things about Sedona, and yeah, I've heard that. I know Bird and Stone. You had some really good trade, good wins for trading in your account some years ago, and going through my course and all that. And I really appreciate what you said about that. I really appreciate that. So great to have you here, man. But yeah, I mean, it's, I think it's still that DCA period, now into pre-halving, now till theoretically, I guess, mid-April. So about, let's see, three more months. So you just gotta, just don't go crazy. Don't be, going out to $1,000 dinners every other night. You gotta be buying your cryptocurrencies, right now. But yeah, what's up, Alex? Oh, crypto. What's up, man? So yeah, you too, man. And yes, ultimately, jump off of here. So I do think, ultimately what could happen based on this large time frame bear div, if we do break down from kind of this area, your technical target would probably be right around here, 36, which I think that, your 25, excuse me, your 25% correction, I think is going to be big. You're going to be a big place. And I think that could be a potential local bottom. And then you could generally continue, let's just say we come down here in beginning of February, I don't know, 35K or whatever. And then from there, what could potentially happen into, if you're looking at, what we did, getting back close to all-time highs or towards all-time highs towards the end of the year, I mean, based on those spiral lines, you'd get above it. That would be interesting. When did we make a new all-time? It was in December, yeah. So it did take until December of that area. I'm curious about when we got back up to the 1,000 mark. It was, okay. So it was interesting. So it was okay. So back to the all-time high was January. So according to that cycle, it would be, let's say, January of 2025 when we're at new all-time highs. If we do repeat that, it could be different this time. But looking at December, we'd be close to it around December. So election numbers could be 55K. That could be election numbers, 55K. If we come down, gradually come up. And that would, just looking at the trajectory we see this, the way it moves typically, would kind of make sense, give or take a few months, something of that nature, if it does play out that way. I mean, obviously it may not, but anything could happen. So bounce off of there or whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see the 5 hour. Yeah. Yeah, short term, I mean, I think we could get up another couple $100 here, potentially up to that area. I don't see any reason to believe we're just going to dump all of a sudden, although, I mean, bear div on your 6 minute, not even a bear div on the 3 minute, so it still seems like we'll keep going, theoretically. So yeah, what's up, FD White? How's it going, buddy? How's it going, guys? What do you guys think is going to happen? Where do you guys think price is going? Let's look at Ethereum. A little rejection from 2,500. Nice bounce. Little rejection from that kind of area right there. You had your low yesterday, and then there's slightly lower low today, and then you jump back up. So still kind of range bound. If we do see, I would argue, your 20-hour forming a trigger wave that could bring us higher. That's the case to kind of bring us higher. Your larger time frames are a bit concerning, given that you have a bear div on the 3-day. Your money flow is still okay. We got to see if that confirms in 2 days. Same thing for me on the 4-day. And yeah, 2-week gap to RSI is coming down. I mean, a little bit ahead of schedule there. If you look at the 4-year cycle, August, would be a case to come down a little bit. Also, that did happen kind of before pandemic. So if we're looking at, February of 2020 in the 4-year cycle, it would be a decent drop down, but probably not no black swan, or I'd be surprised if it's that bad. You know what I mean? That would be crazy if we were to drop down that much. So yeah. And, assuming Bitcoin, let's say Bitcoin goes down to, 35, that was what, a 25% correction. Maybe ETH keeps 20, I don't know. Or maybe we just go down. The same for ETH would be right here. Maybe it does the same general thing, 2000. 20, from right there, it'd only be another 15% down. So nothing too crazy. Yeah, I do like the swing. Yeah, swing trading. That may hold. Yeah, the S&P 500 definitely might. Yeah, I was talking about that in the very beginning, all-time high on SPY. So, and it does look good in the 3-day for a continuation here potentially. Come on, daily looks pretty good. So if we were to break out, this could be the catalyst up to $500. A SPY share, which is cool, which is really cool. I'm curious as well about. The Nasdaq is the same thing basically. I was going to look at, so we kind of dodged the bullet, green dots, forming on the weekly. That may not confirm. Let's keep that in mind. That may not confirm. But, yeah, we definitely are looking better. Looking like continuation is probable here. I just want to look at okay, we almost are hitting one technical target. If we want to hit, trying to think, not to give us like any crazy, I guess from this range, that's a high. That's your case for 20K or something. If you keep that trajectory, you're gonna, that's election numbers. 20K. If you keep that trajectory, who the hell knows? But that's wild. That's, what kind of jump is that? If Biden has a chance, I would assume we kind of need these to keep going, and I think they might. I think they might, and I think in that case, I think in that scenario, I think altcoins will do well. I think Bitcoin will do well. I think NFTs will probably do well. So yeah, worst case scenario, 35K. That's what I was looking at, man. That's what I was looking at. So yeah. Yeah. 4-month trend, yeah. I'm still pretty bullish on the macro. I think, we may see some more bear stuff happen over the next, 2 weeks to next month or something for a potential kind of thaw here. But yeah, we're getting a little bit of that rejection off of, what is it? For ETH off of 2,500. So definitely got to see what happens here. So yeah. And yeah. Let's see. Stocks pumped into. Yeah. I just gotta check this right now. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. So let's see here. So. Oh yeah, okay. You're on a schedule, Alex. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Big point for ETH, 2,500 is going to be big. If we could pump above there, would be cool. You'd get back up to 2,550 or something. One of our favorites, for degens, lower market cap, ApeCoin, had its pullback with everything. Fucking blood diamond on the daily. That's not the. Ooh. These definitely, on the way down, these definitely did not. Aside from there, these all brought you down. Maybe this one, we'll see if it confirms 3 hours. It probably will, unless we keep pumping a lot right here. But, yeah, you could see some relief. Yuga Labs, man, hoping it keeps going. Oh, what's up, man? No, appreciate your super chat. Shout out to Alex. Oh, maybe I gotta get you on the channel sometime, man. Gotta get you on the channel. Appreciate the super chat. Anything in particular you want me to take a look at? Always try to take a look at requests for the super chats. Obviously really new Bitcoin ETF. Yeah, I mean, this obviously doesn't tell us much. I mean, since inception, we're down 30%, but that's a little, I would probably draw it from like there, 11%, yeah. Should we accumulate ape? I can't answer that, but I have a good amount of ape. You know, it's part of my DCAs with a lot of other things. 38, yeah. I think it's pretty likely based on the macro. We could you know, we could keep going theoretically, but you know, I think it is pretty likely to go down to 38 on the macro. Hopefully we could get there by Monday, and then I could buy some altcoins at a nice discount. But yeah, I wanted to look at ETH versus Bitcoin. You know, it almost looks like we could continue forward. I think we will probably. I think ETH is going to have. It's like everybody said right here while you're bouncing off of like the biggest point on ETH versus Bitcoin that ETH is dead, all that. Everybody's saying that on Twitter, and then you know, right back up, right back in commission. Nice 18% jump up. So yeah, I think ETH is going to continue to do well against Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin goes to 35K. ETH may not even go under 2,000. So yeah. Thoughts on Matic? Let's take a look at Matic. You know, more data on the Coinbase chart. Same thing as Bitcoin. I don't know. I mean, it takes its time to do something. Trigger wave forming there, kind of on the 2-day. Make or break. I mean, if we do, you know, really drop down here, you could be looking at, oh man, yeah, it's low, 55 cents. It's possible. I kind of feel like for this one, it may be a little bit of a unicorn and kind of start to jump here, but I don't know if it's really looking like that. You know, as of any altcoin, sometimes they do get suppressed. Sometimes they don't do what we hope they do. Yeah, you had that trend reversal there that brought you down. Hopefully this one is more of a trend reversal that, well, so far it's brought you down. Maybe this kind of brings you up. I mean, another 20% down would be around 61 cents. That is possible. Come down to there. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah, that is a good point. So trading Bitcoin, well, I mean, I like to trade, you know, kind of ETH pairs too. This, I think, well, yeah, hitting a big point here. Matic versus ETH. Yeah, this was one where, come on. I mean, I would expect us to kind of get a jump soon. You could come down to these lows again, but I would expect us to kind of get a jump too soon for, you know, Matic versus ETH. So yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you could look at, you know, compared to its, you know, Bitcoin pair. How about Matic Bitcoin? Let's take a look at that. Oops. Actually, I want to look at them one more data here. Yeah, I mean, I would hope we get a jump pretty soon, hitting a big area. You know, I think we got a good shot of a jump relatively soon. I would hope. So yeah. Let's see. Sol ETH looks more bearish. I think this could continue to kind of bleed down a bit more, at least against ETH, especially if the markets come down. Sol itself, yeah, forward bottom, jumping up, could potentially roll over, get down to these lows. Airdrops, not too much. Gotta make sure they're not scam airdrops. Some of that. All right, let me look at it. I got a better chart here. So yeah, I mean, we had our correction down to $30 from 50, so it's a pretty significant drop, 37% down. You could come down 50%, sure. That'd be next big place, 25 theoretically. But I do think DCAing into this, for the next few months does make sense. And it's at a discount. $30 in the grand scheme of things is not the worst place. I mean, it went from 30 to 150 right there. So if you can get back up to all-time highs, not a bad place. 2 week was a little concerning. Based on that, I could see the argument to come down farther. So yeah, I have not heard of grapes, but definitely want to look at Cardano. Hit its technical target, double bottom type thing. Kind of a make or break area around that high 40s range. If you come down lower, I would expect you to get down to like 38 probably. Which if we did come down to 38, that's a 45% correction. That's usually not a good place to get in at a discount. 38% down, 40% down or something. Yeah, we'll look at H-bar. Yeah. Yeah, it's just tough. Bull divs and all that. I would expect a little bit more upside in the short term, maybe, unless it's all hell after this, and this is where we, drop down. Let's look at H-bar, sure. Big area here. That's a point of control, 6 cents. Now, I'm not saying you're going down to freaking 6 cents, but if you lose this area, your next area is going to be somewhere in the 6 cent range. Like I said, I think that we got a little bit more upside momentum, I would guess, kind of assume, yeah. Big area that we're hitting, so if we get a hold here, that's pretty good. But I mean, you look at some of these EMAs turning gray and all that, that's a little bit concerning. Out of this pattern, if you break down from this range, from there to there, yeah, you're looking at, that 6 cent mark. And that would be a 40% correction. 40% correction, which I think would be a really good place to get in, definitely. By the way, guys, if you're interested in trading some of these, shorting some of these, swing shorts, and all that, check out the Discord. Also, check out FAIRDESK. That is the lowest maker fees in the industry right now out of all the major exchanges, especially ones where you don't have to use a VPN or KYC. So check that out. Link down below. $100 bonus. Also, BitMart is very good as well down below. I've been using them. They have some good pairs and some good coins, like small caps that you could buy on spots. So check that out down below. Injective. I would assume that 3-day would play out a little bit more and bring you down farther. If we do break down from kind of this area, you're looking at 25, but I don't know. It's tougher to say with this one. I mean, you're probably going to jump up a little bit more in the short term, I would assume. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's up a lot. I mean, you have some like long-term technical target, like really a lot higher at like 2 something or 200, but yeah. Let's see here. I just wanted to look at a few of the stocks that PayPal had a good day, and it's finally doing what I've been saying it would do for a while. We've been in that kind of time-based capitulation, I think, for quite some time here. Reverse head and shoulders. I think if the SPY keeps going, this easily is coming back up to $70 or something. I do think PayPal's got a good shot of coming up quite a bit, actually, in the next year or so, I would assume. So, yeah. Come on. Looks like my internet is a little weird at the moment. Completely frozen here. Yeah. So yeah, no, this looks pretty good. Almost up to $66. I think that was one of my entries on it originally, was $66. I've held it for a good amount. So yeah, ultimately that's PayPal, and getting up to $70 would be nice. $76, that would be really nice. The other, a few other ones I've been looking at. I think DocuSign, nice bubble pop pattern. That's done relatively well in terms of like, trying to come back. Everybody uses this. Just think about the average person with a 9-to-5 job. They're on DocuSign all day and night. I think you'll eventually get it back up to 100 or something. Hopefully within a year. So yeah. And let me see that on the 5-day. Yeah, it's starting to get bright right there. That's looking juicy in that 5-day. Actually, 4-day. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the last time we saw those brights was right here. And there, it took some time, but yeah. That's what I like on DocuSign. I don't know why I want to look at this, but this was an old T-Doc, was one that people have talked about, yeah. Approaching that like bubble pop pattern, yeah, hitting that point. I'm not going to buy this, but there's just looking at stuff in bubble pop patterns. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at Hood, Robinhood. Okay, so that came, let me just do, I want to do a volume profile here. Let's do it like since we got into that range. That could be a big area if we do come down to right there. That 9 something could be pretty big. Let's draw a line right there. A lot of people use this shit, man. Like, I feel like Robinhood's got to eventually break upward. We're in that time-based capitulation. I think it's a Wyckoff, as well. 1, 2, 3 bottoms or whatever. And you should, eventually pop off. You might be able to hold 10 here. Might be able to hold 10. So yeah. Bitcoin next rejection. So I think right here is pretty big. These wicks here, 42.2 to 42.6 is pretty big. So yeah. Curious about Bonk right now. Yeah, I mean, back to that low, probably bringing the value of the Solana phone down a little bit. And then the pre-orders for the new Solana phone, usually the sequel is never as good as the original, and that's going to take a while to get. And I'd imagine if things do generally come down a bit lower for Bitcoin, this would probably come down lower too. We're in election year, it's only January. Yeah, I mean, election years, typically quarter 1 or quarter 2 could be a bit more of the bearish time in election years, but usually the second half they do have things go up. But the thing with that too is like there's unpredictable shit that could happen that brings us down. I mean, look at 08. Like let's just look at 08. I mean, obviously nobody was running for re-election there, but imagine 08, like imagine we didn't go into a recession in 08 and the S&P 500 just kept going up, real estate kept going up. Like, I mean, maybe, I don't know if Obama would have won. Well, I mean, okay, if McCain, like, picked a normal vice president, like, assuming that McCain picked a normal vice president, economy still did good in 08. I think people would want to stick with their Republican. I don't know if Obama would have won, but I don't know. I mean, that was a long time ago. I don't know. But I think it would have been a much, much different election. So yeah, I think Palin definitely hurt McCain a lot. I mean, he still would have, given the circumstances, he still would have got beaten pretty badly without Palin, with someone normal. But I do think if the economy, if you didn't go into the worst recession since the Great Depression that year, it probably would have been a much more competitive election, I would assume. But I mean, that was a while ago. What's up, Crypto Grizzly? So, I mean, I guess it's possible if things really get hairy, unemployment starts to shoot up, crazy shit happens, that you could be seeing like an election where, I mean, obviously in that circumstance, I think Trump would, destroy Biden, I would assume. But I mean, it's not impossible for that to happen. I don't think it will. But I mean, we talk about all the options on this channel. How's it going, Crypto Grizzly? How's your profile doing? You still buying crypto? What are you doing? You holding? You buying? You selling? What's going on, Matt, buddy? DXY, okay. I would say more neutral right now. Like, I don't know. It's kind of range bound. Like, if you reject from here, we would probably continue to go up. I mean, this has kind of gone up with the S&P 500, which is good for good for American economy. I mean, SPX versus M2 has been looking pretty juicy as well in terms of highest high. SPX M2, highest high since, oh my God, highest high since '01. So, I mean, obviously, yeah, oh my God. Yeah, September, where was it? September, I mean, obviously, September 11th, 2001 came down. Then after that, had some relief, and then '08. But, I mean, reverse head and shoulders, this could be, if you follow this pattern up, yeah, end of decade, this, excuse me, end of decade would be the case back up to these highs. Now, I mean, yeah, that would give us, 5 more years, which is what I think could potentially happen, and rejecting from there. I mean, who knows what would happen there. But that's what I kind of think of in terms of SPX M2 money supply. Very kind of bullish on the American economy, at least for the next few years. But we'll see what happens. Apple, I know people are talking about the Vision Pro. I mean, all those paid articles, probably people reviewing it. Greatest thing ever. I've heard it is good. I don't think there's that much lies there. Apple pumping up from this area. I think we dodged the bullet for the millionth time since '08. Reverse head and shoulders. Where could Apple go next potentially? I have no idea. But I mean, from there to there, you're looking at 230 if you want a more conservative estimate of the next kind of place if we do break upward. 213, 215, I don't know, something like that. It kind of makes sense. So yeah, trigger wave right there. Yeah, whole move up today is nothing but a short squeeze. It's not that okay. I definitely think straightaway life. Yeah, I mean for crypto. I mean crypto obviously doesn't follow everything completely. We'll see what happens. We'll absolutely have to see what happens. I mean, this is one of the first place you could reject from here, and I want to look at the 15-minute. I mean, nothing concerning yet. AXL I don't own yet, or do I? I own a lot of stuff. I don't think I own that one. It could be good. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, man. I'm not the most fundamental investor or trader. It's too new for me to really get a good feel of this. A lot of people like this. I've heard are some good fundamentals behind it, but obviously, anything could happen. I don't have too much of an opinion on it right now. I kind of think it could go down a bit more here. So yeah. Let's see. Stacking cash, okay. Making a few trades. That's cool, Crypto Grizzly, yeah. Link, no, I have not looked at Link in a day or two. Let's take a look at Link. Yeah, very range bound like a lot of the market. It kind of looks, this is one that kind of looks good on these larger time frames. I mean, I guess definitely the 4-day, 5-day would support the case to come back up to 18. Weekly too, but then when you get to the 2-day and the daily, that's the case where you reject from here. And I would imagine if Bitcoin goes down lower, this would probably go down back to 11 maybe. What would that correction be? Yeah, Big point right here. Kind of hard. I mean, I like the trigger wave, but kind of hard to predict coming into the weekend. So yeah, I've been DCAing Matic. That's one of my big DCAs. I'll have to wait and see what happens there. XRP. You know, XRP, yeah, kind of. This thing is freaking boring. I don't know. It's probably going to mess with this trend line again, I would assume. 45 cents. XRPs, I don't like it. It's just, XRP just moves too weirdly. It operates too weirdly for me. That's what I don't like about, that's what I do not like about XRP. It's just a weird operator. So yeah. And yeah, I don't hold XRP. It's just too large of a market cap too. There's just only so much it could do. CRO is, I think it's been down, rejection from that point. I think CRO, I mean, obviously, some of these exchange tokens could be risky, but I think CRO could get that trigger wave eventually and, start to come back. I want to draw a fixed range, since that November of 22 low. Geez, that would be, yeah, if we went down there, that would suck, 6 cents. I'd be looking at 7. This has come down a bit, yeah. Big area right here. I could bounce there. What was this correction so far? Ooh, 30, yeah, 32%er, 33%er. 40% would be around 7. You could go, let me draw that again. I should have marked out the first time. Yeah, 6 cent area might be a doozy. Testing that one right now. What's up, Clay the Great? XRP. Yeah, somebody was asking about that earlier about Matic. Yeah. Sometimes they fall off a little bit, man. If we do break down, it could come down farther. I don't know. I would assume you would jump a little bit off of 76 cents or something. What was the correction? So we want to look at, the correction here. What was this correction? 30%. I mean, that's what you'd expect. I mean, if it does come down lower, you're looking at 40%. So you could jump here, though. It happens, It happens. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the other one, too, I wanted to look at that was a lot of people have been shorting it. I don't know exactly why, other than the CZ stepping down. It is BNB, which could form a reverse head and shoulders come up. This is a trade that I've had a swing in. I kind of gave it away here, but if you guys are interested in where I'm looking to get in, get out of it, link in the description below. That's a trade I made over on BitMart. Been mainly using FAIRDESK and BitMart right now. So check out BitMart if you guys are interested. Good deposit bonus. A lot of good pairs on there. So yeah. But yeah, I think that BNB could probably come up a little bit more here. The other one I wanted to look at was, shoot, what was it? Money flow in 12-hour looks ugly. On BNB? Yeah, a little bit. Nothing terrible. Oh, you're probably talking about Bitcoin. Let's see. Yeah, it looks bad. Yeah, that's definitely the case. Down to 38 and then down to 36. I kind of hope, to be honest with you guys, I hope we get a 25% or 30% correction. That'd be nice. So I could, that'd be good to get into some alts too. Because in the halving year and the post-halving year, usually 30% corrections are golden. Monta. Yeah, this is too new for me. Excuse me. It's a new one, very hard to read. I could see potentially seeing some relief here, some more upside, but I don't know. Man, my sinuses, I have a cough, and we have not had sunlight in Florida in Miami for a while. I feel like all the mold and mildew and crap just brewing is giving me a sinus infection here. And I just want to look at the weather forecast right now, not the crypto forecast. I'm looking at the weather forecast. Damn it, we're not supposed to get sunlight until freaking a week from today. Screw that. I should take a flight to the Dominican right now or somewhere cool. Cure my sinuses a little bit like that. The aliens, I don't know. I think that was pretty fake, honestly. VIX, okay, yeah. I should go in the jacuzzi, go in the hot tub. I did the steam room the other day too. That's kind of helps a little bit. Just a random one that I just thought of. People used to talk about this a while ago. Audio. Yeah, nice bubble pop right there. I think it could eventually come up to 40 cents or something. What was H&T is a good one to look at. Let me look at this on, I think, yeah. Just want to see more data. Connection successful. Let's go. So I think we cut out a little bit, but I think we are back. I don't think we lost it completely. I think we're back. I had to turn off my VPN for a minute. You guys able to freaking think we're back on? We are back. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Okay, great. Sometimes you lose it if your internet cuts out for too long. But yeah, I don't know. Short term, I could see us, coming up a little bit and then coming down more. I think you'll probably retest these lows potentially. The other one that you could get if you have Helium Mobile is, and I have, Helium Mobile, is this one. Could go either way here, but I don't know. I think as more people use it and stuff, it may come up higher. We'll see. So yeah, and this one was interesting. Today's crypto. That's the one where a lot of crypto YouTubers are putting them on there. That probably will go down a bit. Have a correction here with the bear divs. I'm gonna hold mine for a year and see what happens. So yeah. Any idea? Litecoin? I don't know. It's a very random one. It does look pretty good on the macro here, but I wouldn't be fooled by it. All it does is bleed against Bitcoin. Because, let's see Litecoin, BTC. Yeah, just making lower lows. I mean, you could see some relief here, but I wouldn't bet too much on it. I'm curious about like Ape Bitcoin. Is that still that low there? And then could be bottoming out, hopefully. Ape ETH as well. Hoping this is bottomed out. Ooh, man, that doesn't look too good. We'll see. Hoping it comes back. Aave. Let's see. Honey with lemon. Okay, honey with lemon. Okay. So you're talking about in tea? Mix some honey with lemon in tea? Yeah. Reef. Right there, yeah. Aave I haven't looked at in a minute. Yeah, I would assume, price is kind of stuck to, well, let me draw it. I feel like it'd be better just to draw a volume profile or something. Yeah, big point at 95. We're trying to bounce off of it. Let me draw that out there. Yeah, that's a bit, price sticks to that level. Trying to bounce off of it. I think short term you may see a little bit more relief for this. So the thing with Aave is, let me just go on the weekly again. I would assume you're eventually going to get, you broke out of this range. So I'd assume you're eventually going to get to this technical target about around 171, which is a massive area. That's from that wick right there. I mean, that's a big area. And if you get there, you know, how long would that take and what percentage is that? That's about a 76 from here. So you could see that within 6 to 12 months, I would think, you know. You could see that at some point, you know, the 70%. Onion with honey and lemon. Boil the onion, then put, okay. Reef, no tea, what? Oh, just water you're talking about? Boil an onion and then add the, okay, interesting. Maybe I'll try that. Deso. Decentralized social media. I mean, what is it bad if I make tea and add honey and lemon to it and just drink that? I feel like that's the easiest thing to do. I'm not sick though. It's just from the mold or the. It's just dreary. Like it's just we haven't seen sunlight here in so long. I mean, I feel like if I just took a nice weekend vacation to somewhere cool, somewhere tropical, that'll cure me. You know, mind muscle connection. It's a Friday. See if I could get a flight to. Thought about the Dominican. So yeah. Mint tea plus, okay, I don't know if I have mint tea. I think I do have ginger. Okay, let me write that down. It's a lot of stuff. Like peppermint tea you're talking about? Like what, just mint tea? Honey. Lemon. Ginger. Ginger is the optional part. Cool. Deso. Okay, this is Deso. Big area. Daily looks concerning. 2-day looks a little concerning. I don't know. This one's a little tough to say. I mean, I know what you're thinking. Like these are ones where, you know, you could theoretically pump all the way back up to this area, you know, 118 and get a nice frickin'. You know, from 39, you might be able to get a 200%. I don't know if that's going to happen. I know what you're thinking, though. It's risky. It could happen, though. Peppermint tea. Okay, peppermint. Peppermint. I wrote that down. Let's see. Elderberry syrup. Elderberry is supposed to be good for the immune system. I haven't messed with that in a while. I had the gummies. VRA, I have not looked at that in a minute. Let's see how that's doing. That's gaming, obviously. So I would argue, yeah, that's a pretty big point we're hitting. Thought I had stuff drawn out here before. Maybe I didn't. Also, that's a pretty big point right there. Excuse me. So yeah, let's see. Do I see Bitcoin going below 40K? I think there's a good shot. Yeah, I would say there's a good shot of retesting mid to high 30s. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, short term, I could see these pumping a bit more over the weekend or whatever, but I kind of think you'd come down a little bit more here. Let's see. 43. Jeez, yeah, this is kind of risky. I feel like, I don't know. Looking good in that weekly. If we get that trigger wave, that may be good. Let's see. Joe. Man, that sounds like a scam. No, I don't know. Right. That area. Pretty big. I don't know. I don't like that daily too much. I feel like you may come down farther here. Maybe down to like 37 cents or something. Oh, Okay. I don't, that's like the one thing I do not have. You're talking about, yeah, ginger, the powder, right? Yeah, the ginger powder. Yeah. Me, like, yeah. But yeah, ginger powder. I gotta get that. That's the one thing I don't have. Doge. Very range bound. I mean, eventually I would assume you're gonna break upward to frickin', 16 cents or whatever. Could take some time though. Or you break downward and it's all over. 2 cents now. I don't think it's gonna go that low. But we'll see. Are you in Brazil, Clay? I feel like you're in Brazil, right? Are you in? I feel like you're in Brazil right now. How is it? If you are, let me know how it is. Let's see. Yeah. Dot, yeah. Where would you recommend going? Oh yeah. How where like Sao Paulo? What's the cat Sao Paulo? I know where are the popular places to go? Sao Paulo, Rio. I've never been to Brazil. I have less of an interest in going there because it's Portuguese speaking and I want to learn more Spanish, but yeah, okay, yeah. Any particular beach cities you like the most in the South? Anywhere you'd recommend? Like Rio, I feel like would be really touristy. Romania, yeah. I'm not too cold. I'm not an Eastern European guy. I'm more of a Central America, Southeast Asia person. Really, Central South America is my favorite. It depends what you like, though. Everybody's got different interests. Dracula land. Let me write the Brasilia. Brazil. It's like Brasilia. Guarantee that's the name of some crypto. Yeah, Colombia. I haven't been to Colombia yet. Santa. Let's see. Santa Catarina. Have you been to Argentina? I mean, Brazil. Brazil's a nice place. Have you guys been to Argentina? Noodle Cash. Oh God. Let's see. Cool. IoT. Oh, IOTA. Oh no. No, it is IOTA. Yeah. No, it's different. IOTA does look kind of good though. Could fall off though. IoT. I don't know about that one too much, but yeah. I'm thinking about going out to Southeast Asia. May wait until I'm done buying all the crypto I want for this like upcoming bull run. But yeah. Oh, cool. Where in Colombia are you going, Sean? Croatia. Okay. Croatia. I've been. Where have I been? No, I haven't been. I've been the Amalfi Coast in Italy. Poland, yeah. It depends what you like. I like warmer climates. I like tropical stuff. Poland would be a good place if you're heading to Southeast Asia, maybe on the way, stop there. But I don't know. I'm more of a Patrick Plaza. Are you in the Philippines? Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things. We talk about places, cool places. Kuwait. I've heard good things about Kuwait. But yeah. Oof, Clay the Great, man. Oh man. In Colombia, most people go to Cartagena or Medellin. Some people go to Bogota. Oops. Want to look at total 3 a tiny bit here. Um, Interesting. He could come back down to 400 billion, but we'll see. I don't imagine you'd come down much below 400 billion. That daily looks atrocious. That daily looks a little concerning. So yeah. Ireland, yeah, I've heard good things about Ireland. Barranquilla? Oh, okay. I haven't heard of that city, Barranquilla. Boracay. Where is Boracay? That sounds familiar. Where is Boracay? Um, where is that? That's a really tropical paradise, I think. I just don't know where that is. I forget where that is. But yeah, I mean, we've been on, let's see, on almost an hour. Not too much else to really talk about. Kind of rejecting from that area. We'll see what happens. If we could break above where we are in ETH, I think we could get back up to 25.5. It may not happen though, guys. So be careful. Zanzibar, what country is that in? In Brazil or where is that? A lot of these countries, especially Central America, Southeast Asia, the people are very. Oh wow, Costa. Okay, wow. I've never even heard of Zanzibar. Never even heard of that. Wow. What about What about Boracay? Where is that? Um, yeah, we could look at fetch, sure. Based on the daily, this does look like it could break down farther. You know, 50 cents could be a big place to look. I would assume, that could be a place. If you do break down from there to there, you're looking at, 45 cents, 50 cents. That could be possible, especially if Bitcoin comes down. We'll see. Yeah, hopefully it will be over in a few years, Wonderbar. CI? Yeah, too new. Hard to say. I mean, I don't like the daily on most of these. It does look like you'll probably come back to maybe 45 cents, 50 cents or something. Yeah, I mean, that's in general in Central America. Like, I don't really, like, I'm not walking around nowhere at night, really, in Central America. Like, during the day, I've always felt safe, but at night, like, I take an Uber, like, it just gotta be, like, you gotta know where you're going. But during the day, it's great. 1,000K, $1,000 stay 1 month? I don't understand. You're saying it's really freaking cheap, yeah. Tanzania. I've heard of Tanzania, but I've never really heard of people going there. I guess it is a big. Um, Interesting. Yeah, big pharma. Yeah, I could go anywhere. I could definitely go anywhere. I mean, I own a place in Florida. I own this place I live in, but yeah. I mean, right now I'm just trying to like invest more in crypto, for the next few months. Just get those altcoin holdings and all that, and then might travel. But I might do something before. I mean, I'm debating it. I kind of want to, before the dry season ends, maybe go to Southeast Asia, but I don't know where. I don't know yet. But anyway, guys, might kind of wrap it up. If you guys are interested in trading with FAIRDESK, check out the link down below. It's really nice because there's no VPN, no KYC you got to do. And we give away a $100 bonus every week. Deposit any amount, do one futures trade. You got a really good shot of winning. We announce the winner in the Discord every week, so check that out. Also check out the Discord. We got a free community and a paid one. Really good paid community, one of the best on the internet, if I do say so myself. So yeah, Uber is supposed to be safe everywhere, as far as I know. So yeah. Nice jump up for the SPY. I mean, let's look at like the craziest of price predictions here in terms of like range. Yeah, 560 could be one. And we could also look at, excuse me, from there to there. Oh, imagine going up that high for the election. 17% upward. I'd imagine it would take longer in April, though, but yeah. I'd imagine it would be more elongated. I don't know, though. Like more like a there type of. Yeah, like the manufactured of. That's still early, August 24, if you're able to get there. Let's see. St. Augustine in Florida, yeah. That's a good place. Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be crunk, yeah. There's always going to be, I've never had an issue, though. But yeah, there's always going to be, just try to do your due diligence, Depends what you're into. I mean, I've kind of liked Mexico better than Southeast Asia, but that's just my taste. Other people may have different views than me, but I've kind of liked Central America a little bit better than Asia. But I've only been to Thailand. I mean, there's a lot more places I want to go to. Round trip 550 to Colombia. I was looking, I could get a flight to Singapore from Miami for about that price one way. I have been to Thailand, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see, El Salvador, yeah, it's safer now. The beach towns like El Zonte, the Bitcoin beach town, is supposed to be pretty safe. It's a good place to learn Spanish too. They have some good Spanish classes there, I've heard. That could be a good place to go, definitely. So yeah. Right there. Have any of you been to El Salvador? Have any of you gone to the beach towns? That's where you take an Uber from the airport to the. That's funny. Yeah. Where is Boracay? Where the hell is Boracay? I know I've heard of it, but where is? I've been to Koh Phi Phi. Very touristy, but it's nice. You got to go do the boat tours and go around those islands. Oh, cool. 14 hours. Yeah, like the flight to, if I was to go to Singapore, yeah, I would stop in like Qatar on the way there, and then it's like a 12-hour to Qatar, and then a 7-8 hour to Singapore. I've done that before, like in economy on a bougie airline like Emirates or Qatar Airlines. Like it's not that bad. You definitely could sleep. Living in Florida versus California, I'd say the only better thing about California is like there's cooler hiking trails and mountains and stuff like that, and it's less humid. Um, is there Uber in Thailand? I don't think there was when I was. They use Grab app for like deliveries. That's like the equivalent of Uber Eats in Thailand. And I heard it's like, I didn't do it when I was there. That was like 5, 6 years ago. I don't think it even existed back then. But I heard it's like so cheap and you could like, get good food delivered to you so quickly and so cheaply there. Um, yeah, I do. I have, yeah, yeah. Is it, yeah, the Bitcoin Beach, right? Is where, like, what are, I'm guessing none of you have gone to El Salvador. Dracula Castle, I don't know what that is. Well, Santa Barbara, that's in California. Yeah, you freeze your ass off trying to surf right now in California, I'm sure. That water's always pretty cold. Yeah. A lot of you guys have traveled around. Um, so yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Anyway, guys, I think I'm probably gonna call it. We are coming down a little bit for Bitcoin, but there's nothing like too concerning on the charts just yet. That is a bear div there. Maybe you could get another pump up a little bit here. That 30, if you get that bear div, that's a little concerning. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll make a lower low over the weekend. We'll definitely have to see here. NKN. We could look. I don't know. It's eventually going to break up or break down. Probably going to break up. I don't know what this is or what it does. Too freaking sideways. So yeah. Yeah, I could see the taxi drivers and Uber drivers having beef. Yeah. Anyway, guys, probably gonna call it. There's not much else to really talk about. We could look at, let me just look at how are the NFTs doing at the moment. Yeah, 11.5 for a mutant. Let's see here. And then the Trump ones, they're down a little bit today. That has been volatile. Bitcoin Frog's down to 6 grand. That could be a good bet. I don't know. These are down 100%. Okay, it's not. What? Wait a second here. That is not. That doesn't make sense. It's got to be a glitch in the. They are down, but not down 100%. I like that one. The arms up, yeah. You're going to sleep? Okay. Um, they try to rip you off in Thailand, yeah. Costa Rica, yeah, I've been to Costa Rica, yeah. Yeah. I used to live in LA for a year. I mean, yeah. That one has some rare attributes right there. Look at that. See, headlines, yeah. 250 points for a NASDAQ. Holy moly. The Alec Baldwin thing is wild. That is, if you guys don't know about it, read what that is. It is the most ridiculous thing I've heard of or seen in my entire life. No, you gotta pay a lot for that. Clay the Gray. I'm not that like into the Trump NFTs. Um, that's probably a pretty good. 5%. Factoring in inflation, I think 5% is more, yeah, is more realistic factoring in inflation. Susie Orman isn't even that relevant anymore. I do have antibiotics plenty. Yeah, you guys are probably getting annoyed with the cough. No, it's I know what it is. It's from the it's I got some sinus pressure. It's 100% from the like cloudiness and mold and mildew. It's allergies that gave me a sinus infection. I'm probably gonna take the antibiotics. I wanted to give it another day. Yeah, definitely not strep though. But yeah, but sorry if I was irritating you guys with the cough. I'm gonna try the tea and that stuff first and see. Been using like the saline rinse or whatever, but yeah. 16 years. Wow, Sean. That's cool. That's cool. But yeah, guys, I'm going to get going. Really appreciate you guys. Check out the link down below for FAIRDESK if you guys are interested. BitMart is really good as well. A lot of new pairs in BitMart. Been liking using them as one that doesn't require, I don't believe they require KYC. So yeah. And yeah, really appreciate you guys. Check that out. Also check out the Discord if you guys are interested. Let's do one last quick look at Bitcoin. Hopefully we get a little bit of a jump from that pocket and get up a little bit more to this pocket. That's what I'm looking for in terms of the fib. But we'll have to see. So anyway, guys. But yeah, I'll see you guys. Have a good one, guys.